I graduated with no debt. So I had a full ride scholarship to Herzing University, which was amazing and definitely helped me kickstart my career in the world of Microsoft. So when I first started at Herzing, I was really shy, really quiet, not too focused on my education or studies. And then I started talking with Miss Ayana about how to join different programs. Well, this was mostly because I wanted to study abroad in China, but obviously talking to her helped me out in more ways than just that. So I think this presentation is mostly going to be about how I landed my dream career. And I didn't land my dream career because I'm like an amazing person or I was like top tier. I honestly graduated high school with like a 2.3 GPA. But after that, you kind of have to make whatever you're coming in with work for you. So even with not being great at turning in assignments or homework and all that, you can do things like join clubs and network with different people that allow you to get the opportunities and find out about the opportunities that you want that allow you to get to where you want to be in life. So it is now about 3 or 4 years later from when I first started at Herzing University. So I guess my journey started with the Boys and Girls Club, and I attended the Boys and Girls Club from when I was about 7 years old till I was about 18 years old. That's how I found my passion for technology and coding through computer science courses in high school. And through the different Boys and Girls Club programs like Youth of the Year and other programs like College Bound, I received a scholarship to attend Herzing University. At first, I was a little skeptical about attending Herzing because it wasn't like, when you look at it on paper, it doesn't seem like it would be the best choice sometimes, especially as someone coming fresh out of high school. But it's great that I chose Herzing because honestly, Herzing could not have been a better choice for me. With the small class sizes and the people who actually care about your education and the ones who actually want to see you succeed, Herzing University was truly, truly the best choice that I could have possibly made for my future. Um, and then after even just like starting with a full ride to college and being able to just go to college was already a foot in the door for me. But then after that, Herzing University awarded me with the opportunity to go and spend 4 months in a different country. I got to study abroad in China and take courses in Mandarin and meet new people and experience different cultures through the study abroad program that was created and continued my first year at the school. I also got to take along another fellow Boys and Girls Club kid. His name was Dalen, and he is also in a very lucrative position doing computer science as well. So I do think that that taking on opportunities like that can be very beneficial for you, not only from an educational standpoint, from like a soft skill standpoint as well. Before I did take opportunities like that, I was really shy and not at all willing to put myself out there in like any way, shape, or form. Like even in classes, I wouldn't talk to anyone. I would kind of just sit in the background and kind of hope that I got done whatever needed to be done. But after that experience, you kind of going to a country where you don't even know the language kind of forces you to step outside of your comfort zone. And that helped me to be more forward about the things that I wanted to do and getting them done. This slide ties into that as well. You have to take advantage of all of your opportunities. Some of the best opportunities that I was awarded at Herzing University was the individualized career development. So when I first started at Herzing, I didn't have like a steady job. My job was working with the Boys and Girls Club, which I got as a position through the work study program and through the fact that I had been going there for most of my life. So it wasn't like a job that I had gotten because of my resume. But at the end of attending Herzing University, I was working retail at Microsoft. And then from there, within a year, I had worked my way up to receiving a fresh out of college position called an Aspire hire with Microsoft Corporate. So now I work with their Azure development team on their cloud applications. And I am a full-time salaried employee with benefits. So from where I started to where I am now only could happen because of me taking all of the opportunities that I had. So it wasn't like an easy journey for me either. I did a lot of mock interviews with the career development program and Ayana to get better at talking to people and making sure that I was getting across the points that I wanted to get across and focusing the skills that the positions were asking for with the skills that I had already possessed. And during that journey, it's not like you can just jump from having a position teaching coding to kids to having a position fixing people's computers and developing all new troubleshooting methods. In between there, I did have a lot of internships that I completed. And that's not only through just me. Like I said, Ayana and the career development department were a huge help for me. So Ayana would like stay on me about applying for different positions and going to those interviews and fixing up my resume and having a LinkedIn profile that could best convey that I would be a very good fit for their programs. And that comes along with having like headshots, with being able to communicate effectively all of the things that you did, but not in like the simplest manner. You have to take even just like, if you have taught kids for 3 years, then you could say that you helped develop and grow the minds of the future to build tomorrow's infrastructure, if that's what you want to say. And that makes you seem like you did a lot more. So not only was it taking skills that I already had, but you twist them and you wrap them with like a pretty bow to make them seem a lot better and more important than what you think you did. Along the ride at Herzing, I also built a lot of great friendships, which are very helpful because those people can encourage you and send you different opportunities that you didn't know about before. One of the internships that I applied for was one that my best friend from Herzing was also had done the previous year, and he had recommended it for me to apply to it in the upcoming year. So I did, and then I received that, and that was like a very good looking opportunity that I could put on my resume to help me get to where I wanted to be as far as my career goals go. I already talked about cultivating a LinkedIn profile, but also that's really, really, really important. So one of the major things that I did before going into my interviews for the position that I currently have was look up the people that I was going to be interviewed by and see if there was any way that I could build a personal connection with them so that I could be more memorable when it came to interviews. It's also very important because on LinkedIn, they have different features that can help you with building your resume, help you with resume templates. You can network with different people. They'll take your skills and they'll match you with positions that you could possibly apply for that will take you forward in the path that you're looking to go. Also on LinkedIn you can send out thank you messages after you interview with different companies, and that looks really good for you. Just like a graciousness that comes with people taking out their time to give you interviews is a really nice thing to have, and it'll look favorably upon you. So like if you need networking opportunities, the fact that you even if you didn't get the position, that you said thank you to this person that was interviewing you can help you open doors to different positions in the future.
Man, my barber put me
um, and that's all for this slide. And I guess what I want the main takeaway of this presentation to be is the fact that you create your own path, and that the college on your degree isn't as important as what you do at the college on your degree. So I believe that even though it's not like top tier dorms, cafeteria level college, that Herzing has a lot to offer you if you're willing to accept it. There's so many amazing opportunities for professional and personal growth. It has taught me so many different things about just giving back to the community that gave to you. It has taught me about how truly having people that care about you and care about the way you build yourself in the future can really help you move forward in life, and that sometimes having a support system is the best thing that you could possibly have. If we're being like completely transparent, around March, when Corona happened, about 2 months before I graduated, I was almost uh almost removed from Herzing University. I almost didn't get my bachelor's degree. So I was like 2 steps away from not even being able to accept the job offer that I had received from Microsoft, because I wouldn't be finishing my degree. But having Ayana and the career development department behind me that pushed me to, communicate about all of the hardships I was facing during those last couple of months, with various people in my family getting sick and not being able to focus on schoolwork at the time, helped me and like really allowed me to stay at the school and finish my degree. So I really do have Ayana and the career development department to thank for my degree, essentially, and for where I am today. And that degree that I received, I used to leverage for a better position. So before I got my degree, I was still working in retail. I had recently gotten a promotion from like a sales professional to a technological professional. So where I was fixing computers. And then me receiving my degree allowed me to apply for positions that were for new college hires, that we're open to kids of all different backgrounds and from all different colleges throughout the United States and even internationally. So that is just an amazing thing. And I guess the best thing to come out of my time at Herzing University is no debt. If I know people, then I know the last thing they want to have is debt. And more money does not equal more problems. The more money you have, the more doors that are open. And the fact that Herzing offers such affordable education and a plethora of different scholarships that you can get if you take the time to look for them and to apply for them, that it's very helpful to people attending the school. And that's the end of my presentation. Wasn't very long, but I hope my point got across. If you have any questions,
Yes, let's open it
feel
up for
free to ask them
questions.
now.
Does anyone have any questions for Sabrina?
Well, the first thing I want to say to Sabrina, I don't know where the shy went, but I was very impressed. Very, very impressed. And that your speech would motivate anyone to contact Ayana or Neil, any one of them from the career development. Because, they reach out to people. And I know sometimes we may not have the time, but as you say, we got to make the time. We got to make the time. And I like when you said you help to develop young minds for the future. And I'm going to steal that from you because I babysit for like 10 years. And I never thought about it that way. So that's something I'm going to steal from you. So I'm telling you. But I like what you said.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sabrina made her journey through Herzing University sound seamless. And I just remember, like, I send everyone emails and I keep sending you emails, or I send you text messages, or I'm on social media trying to connect with you and link with Ayana Emery, link with Neil Phillips. Same thing I did with Sabrina because I wanted to make sure that she was successful through her journey at Herzing University and post Herzing University, and to make sure that she was paying it forward. And we were just talking about her continuing to volunteer with the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta prior to everyone joining. But Sabrina, it was days where she would try to avoid my calls. Like you guys do the same thing, but I didn't take it personal, right? Because I know everyone has something else going on, but I did not let that stop me from continuing to contact her, send emails, and let her know of every opportunity, just like I do you guys, that are opportunities that are available. So she did and she's in IT, and in the computing world, it's dominated by males currently. However, women are making strides, and she was amongst males at every single internship that she had. The City of Atlanta Department of Watershed, the State Farm Arena, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What else? Am I missing one? Those are the three major ones. Yeah. So she did these internships while working retail at Microsoft and also studying abroad. So these are the things she did within her program within a 3-year time frame. And when it was time to prepare for her interview for her dream job, she was ready. She can speak to all of her experiences, and so I don't give up. It doesn't matter if you guys don't respond the first time, the 20th time, the millionth time. We don't give up in career development because when you say something to us, when you say my dream job is to work at Microsoft, 3 years ago, I said, okay, well, this is what we have to do. And that's exactly what Sabrina did. So she put in all the hard and smart work to land her dream job. Now, if you had heard me talk about her salary, but Sabrina is not even 25 years old. Sabrina, can I share, please?
Go ahead. All
She
right.
is making $85,000 a year. Yes, she's not 20. She's not even 23 years old. Yes. So, listening to Sabrina, yeah, she was extremely shy. And even now, I had to say, Sabrina, this is what you need to do. People need to hear your story. They need to see your face because they don't think it's possible. They won't believe me just by sharing your name. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. And I'm like, yes, you will do it. And then we had to reschedule because of last week's hurricane. And I know she was like, woof. But I said, okay, well, next Thursday. And Sabrina has came such a long way, and I'm proud of her accomplishments, and where she's headed. I was just asking her what was her next steps, right? So now you landed your dream job. What is your next plan? And so you guys ask her questions. I'm connected to Sabrina, and I know her full story, but please ask her questions.
Hey, Sabrina. Hey, it's Andre. Um, when I went into the school for the first time, when I went to the campus, your name came up because I'm a software developer in training myself.
Okay.
They do speak very highly of you, Ayana especially, as you know. I have a question about the dream job thing. I don't have one. Do you think that's necessary? Do you think that you should really focus on where you actually want to work? Because I just can't think of a place that I want to work right now. How did you come up with your dream job or your dream, company?
Um, I don't think that it's completely necessary, But if you have a dream lifestyle or a goal that you want to reach or a place that you want to travel, then your job is just going to be a way to get there. So anything that you can find that's a way to motivate you to move forward. Honestly, I stumbled upon technology because I hated school except for my computer science class. And it was really cool to me how I could take like a creative career and combine it with a technological career where I could also make a lot of money, because money. And when looking at different companies, it's like three things are important, but number one is always how they treat their employees. And starting in retail at Microsoft, of course, going in, I didn't know that Microsoft was like my dream company. It was just like, hey, that's a big name, they're technology focused, why not work there? So going in, it was more like that. And then you see things like their plans for benefits and how they give you like mental health days and like sick time, and it's like, that's a company that I want to work for. Or how they prioritize volunteer work and they give you time for volunteer work and different opportunities like that. And that is how I decided that my dream job would be working for Microsoft. As far as like a career goes, I kind of stumbled into mine. Like I really do enjoy helping people. Like I will do like anything for someone else. If I feel like I can help or assist people, then I'll do it. Like this meeting, for example, if Miss Ayana didn't ask me to, I would not be up here talking in front of people like at all. But I feel like talking about things like this can be very helpful and can inspire people. Like I needed when I was younger, so I chose to do that. And me being like an empath and someone who wants to help people, in Microsoft being very focused on volunteer work and having their employees taken care of, it kind of just went hand in hand. And I decided one day I decided it was, you know, my dream career at my dream company. I hope that answers
Very
your question.
nice. Yeah, it does. Thank you. You kind of lucked out, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we'll open it up one more time if anyone has any questions for Sabrina.
Sabrina, what kept you going in your hard times? Like, I'm in a different major than IT, but I'm doing nursing. And sometimes I'm like, it's trying every little bit of nerve I have inside of my body. And you have those classes to where you're like, am I going to make it? How did you keep like pushing through? Or did you go to Ayana and she's just like, no, you're not going to stop?
Well, that too. But I think for me going into college, it was more of for my family. So my mom didn't get to go to college until she was about 60. So she just started getting her degrees. Now she's working on her master's right now. So every day she's like, I got homework too. Can you help me out with PowerPoint? So like growing up with like 5 brothers and being the only girl and like most of my family not being able to attend college, for me that was it was a heavy burden, but it did keep me going when moving forward. When like classes got rough, it was very helpful for me to have people to talk to, like not only in classes or not only in career development, but like people who were where I wanted to be, to talk to see kind of like a something to work towards. Also, sometimes it's gonna sound bad, but sometimes you have to know when to quit. Like if it's stressing you out to the point where you're not okay and you're not feeling okay, one bad grade is not gonna kill you. One bad grade is not gonna kill you. Your end goal is to have that degree with the GPA that allows you to get the job that you want. So it's not about being perfect all the time or receiving the perfect grades, because did not get perfect grades at all. But yeah, the support system, having a goal in mind, and understanding that sometimes imperfection is the closest you'll get to perfection.
Thank you. That was a great answer.
Well, Sabrina, I'm like your mom because I'm 65.
Yeah.
I'm doing my bachelor's in HR because I love people. As you can hear from my accent, I'm from the Caribbean. So coming to the US, I realized that I can't get the job I want without that bachelor's degree. So I had to go to school to get there. Sometimes, like you said, I feel like quitting because one class I have, it might be trouble. And if I say to my daughter, could you explain? She said to me, I didn't send you back to school. So, you know, we have that joke that every time I ask them, I say, I didn't send you to school, but I said, yes, but when I start making the money, you're going to want it, you know? But I enjoy the HR class. And Ayana is there. I know many times she reach out to me. Sometimes when she do reach out to me, I'm at work. But what I want is for someone to take a chance on me because of my age. Because, you know, I feel being 65, who's going to want to hire somebody at this age? But if you get somebody to take a chance on you, things will be good. And that's what I want. Mm-hmm.
And you'll get there.
Yeah.
Big up, sis.
Yeah. Thank you, Andre.
Well, thank you, Sabrina Artemus, alumni at Herzing University. We definitely appreciate you for giving back to your alma mater, and we support you and we are rooting for you. So I'm excited to see what 2 years looks like for you and for you to come back to Herzing and have another talk with us. So thank you, and everyone, thank you for joining and have a good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.